Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Naaman with the TC Camp Branch Great Millstone, back for another video. First and foremost, call halal Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Bahashem, Kahawadash, and of course, once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth across the four corners of this earth. All right, trying to make it the remaining, hopefully, elect. All right. For those of you that hadn't heard, and I can't imagine how you couldn't have at this point, but regardless, what we have is a situation down in Texas. All right, where this young Jake has been charged with what I understand they're trying to press for first degree murder. All right, and this site here is Seiji Hito, the second coming. And his question is, why are so-called white people mad about this? And what we're going to go into is nothing has changed since we've been brought over here. The thing is, they want to make it as difficult as possible for us to defend ourselves. And this is what this is coming down to once you understand what the lengths to which these racist pieces of shit, these Edomites, will go to try to cut Jake off at the ankles, at the knees, whatever, at the hip. All right, here we go. And let me say this before he gets started, because this has been 3 days, and since that time, it has come out that these racist pieces of shit are even mad at the Edomite's father that came out and said the same thing he just said. This is not has nothing to do as far as race, because guess what? A parent knows their child. All right, and you've got these Edomites coming on talking about, you know, more or less, F the dad. We need somebody to represent uh, this boy's family other than, wow. I wish I had thought to pull it up before I did this video. It's bringing out the worst of the worst. The same mindset, all right, that was present in those people that lynched our forefathers. They don't care about all that illegal shit. They want to see a Jake get strung up or put to death in any other kind of manner. They want it swift, fast, and in a hurry. The animals that they are, they're not concerned about court procedures and all that. And damn sure not the truth. It's evident here. They are their forefathers. All right. That's why in the scriptures, all right, these motherfuckers are guilty. All of us are, because it tells you in Exodus 20. Hold on. This is why this is here. Let's see. Isaiah 14. Hold on. Let's see. Exodus. Let's see. 20. I think it's 3 or 4. Or is it 5? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Here it is, 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, talking about idolatry, it's talking about, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, thy God, not everybody else's, am a jealous God, visiting, here we go, the iniquity of the fathers upon the children until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. All right, now let's go to Isaiah 14. This is why this is said here. This is talking about a man, a people. It's not talking about the angel. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I might as well start at 12. It says, or 11. All right. It says, because this is happening as we speak, as I speak. It says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. All right. Everything here, everything where this devil is in decay, especially here in America. All right, your whole infrastructure is just fucked. All right. 12. How art thou? And before I do that, let's look up pomp. Hold on. I know what it means, but let's just get that definition. Everybody that graduated, you've heard that song. If you don't know what it was called, it's called Pomp and Circumstance. Let's see. or they play upon your graduation. Let's see. Pomp refers to dignified or magnificent display, splendor, vain or ostentatious display, traditional impressive clothes, decorations, music, etc. for an important official or public ceremony. All right, it's telling you all that it's falling apart. All right. How art thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right, so now again, it's not talking about angels, it's talking about a people, a man. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven. This is the 5 eyes as I refer to it. I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. 2 Thessalonians, 2nd chapter. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. All right, and it's not talking about that place of fire. It's talking about a low estate, a low condition. All right, and also to the grave. All right, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this, for you Christians, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? And that's very important. 16. They that see thee, or they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, because you're going to be brought down. All your pomp, all this splendor, all these grand high buildings, and your fancy cars, your mode of living, all this, it's going to fail you. You're being pulled out of the power seat. And after which, people are going to look at you like, is this the man that, as it's saying here, that did all this, that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Is this the man that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? Since we're in Isaiah, let's skip down to 42 since it said that, because this is what they've all done to Jake. And they don't want to let us go. This is Isaiah 42 and 22. Talking about our people. This is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. And what are those holes? See, a lot of times scriptures answer themselves. Just keep reading. And they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, P-R-E-Y, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. You want to know why neither of these political parties, no one is interested in repairing us, into giving us reparations, giving us things of substance? This is why. That scripture right there, Isaiah 42 and 20. No one says restore. How often do we have to go back in history and point out the fact that we built towns to get away from these pieces of shit, to do our own thing? For you idiots out there saying, oh, all you got to do is work harder and get your education. All that. No, it's never going to work. How often have we tried that, and out of jealousy and envy and situations like what we're viewing right here in this video? But the usual thing was, oh, he raped a white woman. It's just the accusation. He looked at her crazy. One account here in my book, Jake asked a white woman for some water. What? Lynched him. You're dealing with animals. That's why they are called the basest of men. That's why Job, in Job chapter 30, went in on them. They're viler than the earth. And in Daniel 4, this is why he was put over us, to punish us. This is the Most High's doing. They never have. They Let's look up grift. All right. Show you what kind of what we're dealing with here. Group of methods for obtaining money falsely. This is what they're Grift is a term used to describe a group of methods of obtaining money falsely through the use of swindles, frauds, dishonest gambling, etc. It can also refer to a cunning trick or dishonest act with the intent to deceive. Isn't that how you got America and everything else that you've acquired? Psalm 64 and 8 indeed. And don't even realize it. Oh, isn't that sweet? There you go. Let's read that. That's over here. Yes, we could start a GoFund for the twin that lost his brother. He is going to need counseling and a new father he can trust because the one he has doesn't have his kids back. The father. Remember what I said? What's the saying? A wise parent knows his child. Keep that in mind while listening to him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Again, showing their true colors as to what they're really about. And they have deceived so many who fall for this false veneer, this facade that so-called white people have gotten away with for so very long. They're about truth and justice. No, no, they're not. Not by a long shot. All right, they are the wicked. All right, that the Bible has told everyone about, but they hijacked all that and flipped everything around. All right, as the scriptures also say, Isaiah 29 and 16. All right, and people, you know, bought it hook, line, and sinker. But now we're at the time where he's being exposed, and in particular, the JOOs. These are the ones that run the world. They're being exposed, so they're taking drastic measures now for those of you that still don't see what the hell's going on. All right, so they can try to maintain their stranglehold on the world. It's going to get far worse. Because just think, when a thief and a murderer, whatever else he is exposed, how do they react? That's exactly what's going on now. It's well over that now. Yeah, they're saying the N word. Yeah, yeah. Man, yeah, from GoFundMe. Oh man, what? Now check this out. Mm, mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Um, again, it's so good to see them expose themselves. You know, a lot of this, Jake would not even think of going so far as to try to shut a site down. Although in most cases, I wish they had, especially that Daniel Penny shit. Come on now. But again, we are yet this day in captivity. You know, Baruch 3 and 8. Uh, how much more do you need to be reminded? All right, to the next video. Hey, Shalom.